Alrighty, so Rachel Isadora is the author of I Just Want to Say Goodnight. So Mama wants her 1, 2, 3, 4 and more is going to read aloud. So first, just look at this beautiful art. We see the personality of our little friend, hands on hips, standing straight, looking directly into the eyes of a nanny goat. And they're going to say good night. This particular book's from the Imagination Library from Dolly Parton. If you haven't heard of that, what that is it's a free program to families that if you live within range of one of the participating libraries, it's a United States program, your child from birth to age 5 can get a book every month. No cost to you. It's pretty nice. That's how we got this one. So, this has been published by the Nancy Paulsen Books. And just a little unique thing about the library books from the Imagination Library is you get these little kind of starting reading after the story. Learning on the go things kind of help spark further conversation. But here we have I Just Want to Say Good Night, published by the Nancy Paulsen Books, and we see our lovely dog and the sun, and we have the beautiful light going pink and orange and yellow and green. All right. Nancy Paulsen Books are an imprint of Penguin Random House, and look at this beautiful sunset. You see all the people going about their day. Looks like a kitty cat and probably a doggy. To a great artist, Uncle Joe Lisker. And look at her. On the African veld, there is a village. As the sun sets, parents tell their children, it is time for bed. Children, bedtime. As we can see, we are all out about. It is time for us to go to our homes and prepare for sleep. So there's the mama chicken and the baby chickens, and the parent, the adults and their children, child and dog, child and toy, child and probably mama. Everyone is seeing the sun get low, orange sun and the yellow sky. It is time for bed. Lala greets her papa, who has been fishing. Oh, you caught a big one, she said. Yes, it was a good day, Papa says. Here's Papa, and here's Lala. He's got fish. Yum, yum, yum. We can eat them later, maybe. There's a kitty and a goat. It is time for bed, Papa tells Lala. I just want to say good night to the fish, Lala says. Good night, fish. Meow. That's a big fish. It's bigger than her head. He did catch a big fish, didn't he? Come, Lala, Mama says. I just want to say good night to the cat, Lala says. Good night, cat. Meow. Come along, Lala. How many of you suddenly have something you need to do when it's bedtime? It's getting late, Mama calls. I just want to say good night to the bird, Lala says. Good night, bird. Good night. Look, the sky is getting darker. Before it was yellow, and now it's orange. It's getting lower and lower. Lala, I just want to say good night to the goat, Lala says. Oh, and she giving the goat a little pat and a hug. Do you ever cuddle on your animals and say good night? The sky is getting darker and darker. It's getting sleepier and sleepier. It is time to go to sleep, Mama calls. I just want to say good night to the monkey, Lala says. Now the sky is pink from orange. Oh, look at the pretty red flower she has for the monkey. How kind, but Lala, it's bedtime. Come now, Mama says. I just want to say good night to the chickens, Lala says. Good night, chickens. And look, the stars are coming out. Lala has been saying good night for quite a while. Is that the moon? I think that's the moon now. The sun has set. The sky is going dark. Oh, Lala, Mama says. I just want to say good night to the little ants, Lala says. Oh, look at the ants doing their little mission. Looks like Lala has a sleepy sibling. Lala, it's bedtime. Look at this. The moon is getting high in the sky. Everyone else is tucked away in bed, and it's just the adults finishing out their tasks before sleepy time. I'm just not ready to go to sleep, Lala says to her dog. Oof. The doggy understands. I like how you can see the translucency of her dress here. Light goes through fabric when it's thin enough, and you can see that here with her. But see, her dress had been white reflecting the light before, and now it's so dark there is very little light to reflect. Everyone is just shadow. It is very much time for you to go to bed, Lala. Look, all the adults are even inside going to go to bed. Now, Mama says. Yes, I'm coming. I just want to say good night to the rock, Lala says. The rock can sleep well without a good night, Lala. It's very sweet of you to say that, though. But look, no adults, it's just Mama and Lala. Lala gets into bed. Sweet dreams, Mama says. Good night, Mama. Look, her little siblings already asleep in their bassinets. That's what these sorts of things are called. They're called bassinets. She's got a book and the moon and little chicks. Cheep, 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 cheep. You see all the stars and the moonshine. Oh, look, Lala has switched into bedtime clothes, her pajamas. I just want to say good night to my book, Lala says. Oh, and here's a little elephant plushie. She's going to say good night to her book. Good night, Moon, she whispers and smiles. Oh, see, she's being just like her book, Goodnight Moon. We're used to good night to everything. Good night, sleepy doggy. Good night, moon in the sky. Good night, little elephant. Good night, everything we spy. Good night. There you go. I just want to say good night. You go bleep. Well, even if it's hard to go to sleep, we need to. So thank you so much for listening. And remember, sleep makes you feel better, lets you grow taller, and generally just helps you out. So you should go to sleep at night, even if it's hard and you think you might miss out on something fun. It allows you to have energy to play another day. Thanks so much for listening, and you have a good night.